And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Marvel film Thor Love and Thunder, starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Christian Bale, Tessa Thompson, and of course Russell Crowe. So this is, I believe, the 29th Marvel movie. Oh my goodness. The 29th Marvel film. That means Black Panther will be 30. So, no spoilers here. So, let's talk about this because honestly, I have a lot of things to say about this film. Now, for me personally, I was really looking forward to seeing this because the one and only, the love of my life, Natalie Portman, returned to the big screen of the MCU. I mean, she is our Star Wars queen, so why not bring her back into the MCU in some weird shape or form? So in this movie, they decided that they wanted to take the Mighty Thor, storyline and give it a little bit of their own MCU flavor, with Gore the God Butcher and that. So in this story, you get to see Thor, he's kind of down. He's kind of at the point where he doesn't know what to do with himself. Yeah, sure, he's with the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not a spoiler, by the way. This is not a spoiler. This is all in the trailers, But he doesn't know what to do. He saved the world so many times. Valkyrie's the king. He's trying to just find himself in the universe. While that's going on, you got this new threat showing up around the universe, killing like the gods of Almighty in the universe, Gore the God Butcher. Now, Gore the God Butcher, now in the comics, a little bit different from here. He was begging and begging to, save his family, for the gods to help out because there was like no food or water. Kind of the same situation here, except he loses a child and then he wants revenge. He ends up getting a weapon called the Necro Sword and goes off and kills, gods and celestials and all that stuff. While that's going on, you have Jane Foster returning, played by Natalie Portman. She's dealing with the fact that, yeah, she's got stage 4 cancer. Now, in her mind, she's a scientist first, so she tries to figure out, okay, I have this, maybe I can find a way to cure myself, or figure out a way to, I guess, keep it from killing me right away, because if you have stage 4 for cancer, you're pretty much in the ground before you can say your next birthday, or whatever. I mean, high hopes for people who actually do have it, because people are already fighting that, so that's a good thing. We got to keep fighting that good fight. But for her, she's trying to figure out a way to, to fight it, basically. So something happens where she eventually ends up getting her hands on Thor's hammer Mjolnir. Now, last time we saw the hammer, Hela destroyed it and pretty much, shattered into millions of pieces. It's been in Asgard, as a display or whatever. And then, so something drew Natalie Portman or Jane Foster to go after the hammer, and somehow she ended up having it. Now, I'm not going to say how she gets it because honestly, you know what? I'm going to say it because honestly, it's not in this movie anyway. They don't explain why she has the hammer. Now, granted, we know she has cancer. We know that, and we know she wants to use the hammer and maybe try to cure herself, but we don't see her actually pick it up or put it back together in some weird. She just has it, but I'll get to that in my negatives in a minute. So, but yeah, I think Taika Waititi really made a funny film here. I mean, I was just laughing so much in this movie that I couldn't believe it. It was just so funny, this film. And we even got to see Thor, just be Thor again. I know, granted, a lot of people don't like him being all silly and funny. Hey, but you know what? Honestly, I would be upset too, except he's funny, but yet he still shows massive power in this movie, especially in the beginning of this film. When you see Thor come back as, Thor that we all know, not kind of heavy Thor we saw in Endgame, the man can cut loose. I mean, he's the god of thunder for a reason. And granted, okay, he cracks jokes. To me, that doesn't bother me. As long as he still keeps his, badassery, and he still does all his Thorness, if that makes sense, if that's even a word, I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna complain that, oh, he's too jokey and too funny. Yeah, sure, Taika Waititi's good for his laughs, and he kills it with the laughs. You know, he it's not like, okay, a joke, a joke, a joke. Okay, get to the good parts. It's not like that. It's joke awesome, joke awesome. That's basically what this movie was, and I enjoyed every moment of it. So, I mean, if it's not for you, that's cool too. I would understand if you don't like that and you want to see Thor be more kick-ass than instead of being a comedy jokey guy, but still, it's better than what we got with Hulk. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, at least he cracks jokes and still be a badass and look great too. Oh, children of godlike, unlike Hulk, who's just smart and Hulk. So at least that. Okay, so let's talk about Natalie Portman, because honestly, I wanted to save her and Christian Bale last, because they were my biggest, like, woo, they were great. Natalie Portman really shined in this movie. Now, I mean, she looked great. She looked like she really worked out. She kicked so much butt in this film, and it was just odd just seeing her do that, you know. I think she had a little bit more screen time than she usually does in Star Wars, but that's another conversation. Anyway, she was fantastic, and I really enjoyed watching her on screen just be her, you know, because she's a fantastic actress anyway, so it was great to see her do her thing. Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher has got to be the coolest thing I've seen him do since maybe American Psycho? I mean, if you ever seen that movie, that's my favorite Christian Bale movie, if I don't count the Batman movies. I mean, that guy is a crazy nutcase in that movie, but he kind of brought that silliness of that movie, but a little bit more creepier, you know, kind of like family-friendly version of it. And here, he was just menacing. He was just, you know, creepy looking. And you kind of feel sorry for the guy, you know, because what he has to go through in here. But, yeah, I thought he did a really good job. Obviously, Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie's always been great, so that's good. Taika Waititi as Korg, another heads up, that was great too. But, you know, but this movie it's not perfect, so, you know, I'm going to admit that right now. It's not perfect. There are some things in here that I kind of wish we would have got more of. Like, for instance, Christian Bale. I liked him. Looked great. Looked badass. His action scenes were kind of cool. Kind of wish we got more of him in the film. Kind of wish we did. And also, the whole thing of him being a God Butcher, honestly, he only killed one person. Minor spoiler, people. I'm sorry, but he only killed one person. If you're going to call yourself Gore the God Butcher, you know, you should start killing some gods. You know what I mean? I just didn't see him, you know, don't see him do anything except try to get Thor's attention. That's all he does. I'm not going to say what he does to get Thor's attention, but he does, and he needs something from Thor. That's all I'm going to say. And also, I want to talk about Natalie Portman because, like I said, I love her. She's one of my favorite actresses of all time. I kind of wish they gave her more in this film. I really do. Now, granted, if this was a dramatic movie about her character having cancer and her dealing with it, you know, Natalie Portman's, you know, Oscar brain would have been like on par with everything. She would have been like, yeah, just walk her down to the acceptance speech, if you will. Kind of wish we got that here. We got a little bit of it, but, you know, wasn't enough, you know, time for her to give us the emotion. We got a little bit of it, but I wanted more. Because we all know how good Natalie Portman is as an actor. She's fantastic. She would have been great with that role. She would have crushed it. I mean, yeah, she did great with the action scenes and all that, but I kind of needed more to see the emotional side of her for her, you know? Because, you know, she was dealing with this. Even when she was Mighty Thor, she was still dealing with the fact that she had cancer and, you know, she had no idea how to fix that problem. You know, so, but, you know, we got glimpses of it in the movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we didn't get that at all. I just wanted more, you know. I wanted to see them drag that out a little bit more just so we can be like, yeah, you know. It's kind of like how, you know, when they gave us WandaVision and it gave us, you know, Elizabeth Olsen transition from that awesome, badass, you know, Scarlet Witch nice version to her eventually transitioning her into the crazy, like, I want my kids back psycho mode of her. I kind of wanted that transition for Natalie in this movie, where she has the cancer, she's still dealing with it, she has no idea how to deal with it, and then when she gets the hammer, she tries to, kind of have like a bucket list in a way where she can just, protect the universe in a way, for her last kind of like dying wish or something. Because she knows she's gonna die if if she has cancer. I mean, a lot of people survived with it, but still, with her, I kind of wish we got something like that. But other than that, my only two negatives about that, I think they cut a lot of things about this movie too. I heard there was some more stuff about this movie. There's like a 4-hour cut. That's what I heard. I'm not really sure, but still, I think this is a great film. Still enjoyed it. Minus my two little nitpicks about it. I do love it more than Thor Ragnarok. I love Thor Ragnarok. It's just that Thor Ragnarok, to me, kind of wish we got more of Thor fighting Hela. At least here, Thor fought Gore the God Butcher like 3 times, and it was just awesome to see on the big screen. So I enjoy that. So if you're looking for an actual straight comic version of Mighty Thor, you're gonna be a little disappointed. But if you just want to see Thor kick butt with Natalie Portman also kicking butt, because they both were great doing that, and Christian Bale being a great villain, this is a good film. I highly recommend checking it out. And yeah, this is hard for me to say that because like I said, I love watching Natalie Portman in any movie she's in. She's been my favorite actress since I was like a kid. She always has been my favorite. She always will be my favorite. So, even I have to be honest and say, like, listen, we kind of wish we got more from her in this film. Kind of wish she did this better than, than in this version, things like that. But still, I had to be honest. I had to say what I had to say, but I still enjoy the film. After seeing this movie twice now, this is my second favorite Thor film. First is Thor, then this one. Then I put Thor Ragnarok, and obviously Dark World will be last. Not that I don't like Dark World, just I kind of feel like a little, but still, pretty fun film. 2 post-credit scenes, mid-credit scenes, the important one kind of sets up something pretty cool. I'm like, that's awesome. And the second one is just sweet. I mean, could mean something, not really sure. Even it kind of threw me over my head a little bit. Could mean something in the future, I'm not really sure, but still a sweet little aw kind of thing. So like I said, go check it out for yourself. If you're not sure, go check it out. If you don't like it, that's cool. If you want the old Thor where he kicks butt and he's not cracking jokes, oh, I'm sorry, he's gonna crack jokes in here. Oh, by the way, the goats are great too. So yeah, a little annoying in some parts, but once you get used to that, it's like, yeah. And seeing Russell Crowe as Zeus, he's in the trailer, folks. So I'm sorry, I'm just spoiling the trailer, but still, he was fun. Man, and that, by the way, we all seen the trailer with Thor being all butt ass nude. Yeah, that was like the funniest part of that whole movie. I don't know how he gets himself so chiseled. I'm telling you, it's like he's made out of clay or something. It's ridiculous. But anyway, go check it out for yourself. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, that's cool. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna have you condemned for being a fake Marvel fan if you don't like this film. It's okay if you don't like it. But if you love it, welcome to the club. If you're not with it, welcome to the club anyway. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this film. Are you guys excited for Thor: Love and Thunder? Not excited? What are you most anticipated for this film? For me, it was Natalie Portman. And she, minus my little critique about it, but still, she was great. And it was great seeing her back on movies again. So, yeah. So, leave a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good night.